What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Rope Monster coming at you here from beautiful, sunny, gorgeous Playa del Carmen. Today I'm going to cover a street POV style all the way down. We've got 4.6 kilometers to cover, and I'm talking about 30th Avenue, just 5 blocks off of the famous Quinta Avenida or 5th Avenue. I'm going to show you a street that has the same exact stuff, the same sunglasses, the same souvenirs, everything at 50 to 70% less than 5th Avenue. 70 peso haircut, $3 or $2 lunch. And also, guys, if you're looking to start your life out here in Playa del Carmen, this is the street that you should be on. If you're moving down here or you're going to spend any length of time, you're going to need a SIM card for your phone. I'll show you where to get that for only about $3 as well, guys. So we've got a lot to cover in today's video. I'm going to go all the way from here on 30th and Benito Juarez down to about 88th and 30th. So we've got 4.6 kilometers or about 2 miles to cover. I'm going to show you guys some highlights along the way, including my favorite barber shops, places to get budget meals, ribs, beef, steak for $2 to $3 US. Vamanos, let's go. And guys, another thing is we have these Collectivos to get around effortlessly here on 30th for only 10 pesos. So I'm actually going to show that at the end of the video when I'm working my way back to the south. But everything I do on the way to the north is going to be on foot, and you can avoid taking the taxis. You can just hop in one of these Collectivos for 10 pesos for your entertainment. I'm going to do that at the end. I'm a little tall for the Collectivos, but we're doing it anyway. You know, we got to have some funsies. So guys, for example, a pair of sunglasses that would cost you 300 to 400 pesos on 5th Avenue, the exact same pair will cost you 70 to 100 pesos up here on 30th. If you want a haircut on 5th Avenue, it's going to cost you probably 300 to 500 pesos. Up here on 30th, it will be 70 to 100 pesos. If you want the beard as well, it might be up to 150. Also, my barber is up here on 30th. Fidel, shout out at La Malafama. He's not one of the cheaper ones, but he is the best in my humble opinion. He keeps me looking pretty fresh. Also, guys, I'm going to show you some fruterias, things that don't even exist on 5th Avenue. I'm going to show you where you can get fruit for very, very cheap, way cheaper than 5th or 10th Avenue. There is no fruit option really on 5th, but on 10th, a lot of the fruterias have gotten really expensive. But you can get mangoes even out of season for fairly cheap up here. Everything is at least 50% cheaper up here as far as the fruterias on the side streets. So I'll show you those. They're mostly just little tents. They're not even tiendas. But for the most part, guys, I just want to give you an unedited tour of 30th. No edits, no music, just the raw view of what this street has to offer. You're gonna find everything you need up here, and the best part for me is that you're not going to get barked at. Nobody's trying to sell you massages or any tours or anything else. People mostly just keep to themselves up here, which is very, very refreshing if you've been spending any significant amount of time on 5th Avenue. It can get exhausting. Hola, buenas. And so if you're polite, you speak just a little bit of basic Spanish, you're going to do very well here on 30th, not only to save money, but to just find some peace of mind and have a change of scenery. Also, fun fact, we have a Walmart up here right on 30th that we're approaching. And I was just up here to buy toys for the toy drive for Christmas for the kiddos. And sometimes Walmart is good. I needed some stuff for my new place, for my kitchen, some wooden spatulas and cutting boards. And once again, Walmart for the win. I think I spent just 300 or 400 pesos and I got everything I needed for my kitchen. And guys, you will see that I'll have the camera facing me when there's people coming my direction, and then I'll give you the POV view when there's nobody in the shot, just to be respectful of everybody's privacy. But one thing you'll find a lot of too is dental and medical clinics. and some are good, some are not so good. But there's one back there on Benito Juarez, just around the corner from where I started the video, that I featured in a video after I got almost hit by a taxi on my bicycle. And I went in there and I got 3 x-rays and the doctor visit for about $25 US on my ankle. And that is the Similares. I think it's, I'll put up on the map where that is, and I'll also link that video below. But the fact that you can find medical care up here, including 3 x-rays for about 550 pesos, is pretty fantastic. So, all right. So here we are on 8th and 30th. We've covered 4 blocks already. Got a nice chicken spot there, the Pichugan. Not my favorite because it is a chain. But right here, guys, I'm gonna try to cross. Oop, not yet. But right here, guys, I got excited. We have the Walmart right there. And that is a super, super Walmart. It's massive. It's got everything you need from automotive stuff to household items, cleaners, sponges. So once again, guys, if you're moving to Playa del Carmen and starting a life here, it really starts on 30th, not on 5th Avenue, which is where most people start their time in Playa del Carmen, is on 5th Avenue. I'm telling you right now, you're gonna wanna come up here to 30th. You're gonna wanna hit Walmart, hit the Telcel to get your SIM card, which I'll show you in a little bit. And also get yourself a fresh haircut because it's hot here. You wanna be light. And get yourself some sunglasses for 70 pesos. I probably won't go in the Walmart, guys, but I'll put up on Google Maps where we are. I want to keep trekking. We've got a lot of ground to cover. But you've got some nice stands right out here too. El Monchis, burritos. But I'm going to show you guys the economy kitchens where the locals eat, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with this food. Absolutely, I have to say, al contrario. If you want food that tastes like it's cooked by your long lost Mexican grandmother, you pretty much have to come up to 30th. You can't be finding, you're not gonna find that on 5th Avenue, and you can find it on 10th. I've already shown where to do that, so I'll link that video below. And that video is at like 47,000 views, guys. It seems like you really like those raw vlog, unedited videos that bring as much info as possible. So that's why I'm doing this one for you all. If you appreciate me putting in the steps, smash that like button for me, subscribe if you haven't already. It means the world to me. Thank you, guys. All right, guys, so we're coming up on 10th, and I'll continue the video after I cross this street here. We've also got an organic fruteria that I want to show you that's absolutely beautiful. It's not the cheapest, but it's, if you're looking for the freshest celery, the freshest ginger, it is absolutely the spot. And also my favorite carniceria, my favorite butcher shop where you can get lamb chops, is right off of 30th, so I'll show that as well. So guys, sunglasses, haircuts, lunch, butcher shop, fruits, veggies, everything you're gonna need. SIM card up here on 30th. Let's go. And the Banamex too, my favorite bank as far as pulling out cash at a low fee. You've got a Banamex branch right here. There's also one above the Chedraui on 10th Avenue, but a lot of times this time of year during high season, they run out of cash. And so you'll have to come up to this Banamex, to these machines, if you want to pull out the cash for only 30 pesos. Otherwise, you're paying 90 upwards to 200 peso fees every time you make a withdrawal. Now you know. Guys, anything you can't find at the Walmart, you've got the Super Aquí right here, and then you've got the Mega, the Soriana on Constituyentes here as well. And you can see here we have a stop for these Collectivos and buses. You can also take the buses for 7.5 pesos. Some of them will try to charge you 10. And then a pro tip on these Collectivos is if you have long legs, look for one where nobody's sitting in the front and try to grab that front seat in the Collectivo. It costs the same amount, 10 pesos. It's just a matter of finding a Collectivo with an empty front seat. But my favorite part, I've actually eaten at this place, sopes y quesadillas. Very cheap spot. Nothing wrong with that. Maybe we'll go over there and ask what the quesadilla price is right now. But my favorite part of 30th starts after Constituyentes. There's a lot of good stuff up there. Hola, hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo están? Buenos días. ¿Las quesadillas tienen tortilla hecha a mano? Sí. Excelente. Ok. Creo que volveré a comer en un ratito. Ah, sí, ya veo la masa.
Es la masa.
Nice. Qué rico. ¿Y todavía cuestan 30 pesos?
Sí.
Qué rico. Quecas Playa. Gracias. Provecho. Ah, no estás comiendo. Estás preparando las salsas.
Sí.
Que les vayan bien. So guys, 30 peso quesadilla with handmade tortilla right here at Quecas Playa, right in front of the Super Aquí and the Soriana. I'll put up on Google Maps where we are, of course. Permiso. So you're getting a taste, pun intended, of the value here on 30th. Sorry about the wind noise, guys. I'll probably put the furry on the camera here in a moment. You've got hardware shops. If you need keys made, you need something for your new place, I always recommend making some copies of keys. But let's check out the Telcel here if we need a SIM card. So you can get a 30 peso quesadilla right there. Hola, hola. ¿Qué tal? Buenos días. ¿Cuánto cuesta el SIM para Telcel?
En SIM tengo dos ofertas. Tengo una por 80 pesos.
80 pesos.
Le traigo un paquete de 50 ya incluido por 7 días. Y tengo una por 130 pesos. Y le traigo un paquete de 300 por una promoción.
Excelente.
De un mes.
Okay, gracias. Volveré. Gracias. Guys, 80 pesos for a SIM card for your phone, and guess what? That includes 7 days of data, or you can get the 130 peso option, I believe he said, that gives you 300, maybe I'm mistaken, but 80 pesos at any rate, guys. 80 pesos gets you a week worth of data and a SIM card. That's $4 US. So let's press on, guys. So for $5.50, right there on that corner, you can essentially get a SIM card, a week's worth of data, and a quesadilla in your belly. You're not gonna be able to do that on 5th Ave, nor will you be able to do that on 10th Avenue. So you're starting to see the value add up here real quick. And Soriana is considered more of a higher end grocery shop, or a supermarket, if you will. You can get your liquors, you can get all your goods in there, meat, fish, but you're gonna pay a premium. Now here you can get ice creams for 30, 35 pesos. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Buenos días. Las paletas, ¿qué precio tienen?
Las de agua están a 20 pesos de fruta.
20 pesos de fruta. Permítame ver. Gracias.
Crema 30.
Ok, y crema 30. Ok, creo que volveré en un ratito después de desayunar. ¿Y los helados?
Helados vaso doble 35, sencillo 30, cono 40.
Ok. Qué rico. Se me hizo agua la boca. ¿Y aguas frescas tiene litro 35? Wow, okay, gracias. So guys, everything at this spot right here is basically under $2 US. If you want just a popsicle with a water base, it's basically $1, about 20 pesos. If you want one with a milk base, it's 30 pesos. If you want a liter of agua fresca, 35 pesos, and the ice creams as well are all under 40 pesos. You're not gonna get an ice cream on 5th Avenue for under $5 US. So keep that in mind, guys. Once again, you're trying to take the kiddos out for ice cream, or the whole family. You only have to walk 5 blocks to get up here, and you can save a ton of money. All right, let's see if we can cross Constituyentes, the Great Divide. I will wait for this to turn red. I'm crazy, but not that crazy. All right, Even when it's red, guys, watch out for the people turning right. They don't stop. This is not the US, this is not Europe. Just make sure to be cognizant of that. I want you all to be safe on your sojourn up to from 5th Avenue to 30th. Traffic is crazy and they stop for no man. Voy corriendo. All right, I've made it across. Now you can see we've got smart vision there. If you need glasses, you need a new prescription set of glasses or something like that, you're gonna find that up on 30th. You're not gonna really find that on 5th. So we're almost to my favorite fruteria, although it is not the cheapest one. And then I'll show you my carniceria real quick. But these buses are still only 7.5 pesos. If you want to get around for cheap, if you're feeling a little bit adventurous. We're here on 20th in Gonzalo Guerrero, 20th and 30th. And we're just gonna take a quick little side tour, one block up, and I'm gonna show you where to get your meat. Hands down, if you want the best meat in Playa del Carmen, that's why you watch these videos, guys. And once again, if you're starting your life here in Playa and you want to fill up your freezer with meat, this is where it starts, guys. And I'm talking about lamb chops, borrego. If you want bones for your dog, this is where I've been buying bones for Pup Monster, one of the foster dogs over there at Café Siete Sur. So let me show you this, and of course I'll put it up on Google Maps as well. Hola chicos, ¿qué tal? So we just have to go up here just past 35th, and we will arrive at basically what I call the Disneyland of meat. And I might actually come back here later to buy meat. I can't right now because I have a lot of time walking around in the heat left, and I don't want my lamb chops thawing out in the bag. Gotta keep those frozen till I get home. So we have arrived, guys. Asados, they got it all. They cook food out here as well. This is La Chuleta right here. Hola hermano, ¿qué tal? ¿Qué van a preparar? ¿Costillas? ¿Asado? Asado. Qué rico. ¿Son tacos o son platos fuertes? ¿En serio? Okay, that's amazing. So guys, ¿cómo se llama usted?
Héctor.
Héctor, un gustazo. Estamos en YouTube ahora con Héctor. Gracias, Héctor. So guys,
thank you.
Anything you buy here at La Chuleta, Héctor will cook up for you right here on the grill. ¿Y es de carbón o leña?
Carbón.
Carbón, okay. Gracias,
Okay.
Héctor, un gustazo.
Okay, bueno.
Mira, guys, I'm gonna show you what they have here inside just briefly. They keep revamping and making this nicer and nicer. We've got the Christmas stuff going on. But they have, I want to respect everybody's privacy, but look at the quality of the meat here, guys. Look at this right here. I mean, this is the best, this is the creme de la creme of meat in Playa del Carmen. Hola, Dani. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo están? So guys, do not, el jefe, es el jefe. ¿Eh? Ah, okay. So guys, do not buy your meat at Chedraui. Buy your meat here at La Chuleta. It's way fresher, it's way cheaper. Okay, nos vemos, Héctor. Cuídate mucho. Nos vemos en un ratito. So Jairo, the owner there, did not want to be on camera. He's just a little bit shy, which is normal, especially when you're not holding the camera. It's totally different. So I get that. But he was extremely grateful for me coming in and showing you guys. So please say hi to Hector, Jairo, all the guys there, Danny as well, such a good guy. So it's not only the best meat in Playa, but the best experience, the best customer service. You may have to wait in line unless you get there early. Why is that? Well, it's because the taco stands actually go in there to buy their meat as well, and they buy it in bulk. So if you want to buy like a half a pig or a pig head or something like that, you're gonna want to get it right in there. So even if you're coming down here to say open a restaurant or a taco stand or something like that, you're coming from a different part of Mexico and you've got the skills, you're just lacking the meat, La Chuleta for the win. Okay guys, let's get right back over here to the wonderful 30th Avenue. If you appreciate the hookups on these meat spots, just type in meat in the comments. I'm a big carnivore myself. I have considered going complete carnivore diet, but I do love my fruits and veggies, so that's the next stop on the tour of 30th Avenue. Thank you guys so much for being here. Appreciate each and every one of you. So we've also got Nativo right here, which is a staple in the community. There's a couple different locations, but Nativo does fresh juices, smoothies, and I might grab a juice right here. You can see 68 pesos for something with chaya and pineapple and orange juice. Chaya is really, really good for you. So I might get one of those to take along with me on this journey. Gotta stay hydrated, guys. You can see here, guys, there's no shortage of pineapples, bananas, papayas, and definitely no shortage of oranges. And why is that? Well, it's because they serve the most juices by volume in all of Playa, at least according to them, and I believe it. There's always a line here. I'm not going to show the line necessarily because I want to respect people, but this place does a ton of business for good reason. It's the freshest, it's the best. They take a lot of pride in it. No, they're not paying me to say that, but fantastic. Muy amable. Gracias. The recurring theme is that they're super friendly here. Every place that I go and promote, they're super friendly. I left the boss here 20 peso tip, but I kept this for myself. And why is that? Well, this is going to be my Collectivo token later. This will get me on the Collectivo for my ride back down 30th, which should be thoroughly entertaining. It's also a very convenient way and cheap way to get around. This will get me all the way 2 miles back down 30th when I'm done with this video. So guys, this is not the cheapest breakfast place, but I wanted to show you they do have breakfast. They've got hotcakes, 115 pesos, way cheaper than 10th Ave. They've got huevos al gusto, under 100 pesos for an egg breakfast. Not too shabby, guys. Huevo nativo, omelet. So guys, cheers. All handshakes and smiles there from Pascual. And what a great experience. You speak just a tiny little bit of Spanish, show a whole lot of respect, leave them a little bit of a tip. You'll be treated like royalty there. And this chaya pineapple orange juice is the absolute ticket if you're trying to do this walk. Stop there at Nativo, get hydrated. You're gonna need that. And guys, I'm gonna go across the street here. We almost walked right by it, but we're gonna go across the street here, show you a place that's extremely special where you can get the freshest. If you want to make your own juices, if you're like me and you have a juicer at home, well, you're going to need some fruits and veggies, and you're going to want the freshest of the fresh, or else what's the point? So I'll show you this spot and then we'll press on to the north. We cannot walk by this spot and not at least show you a little bit. So my friends, we are here at the one, the only DAC, and I'll put up on Google Maps where we are, just right across from kitty corner from Nativo. And let's go inside and take a peek. Hola, hola, ¿qué tal? Guys, welcome to fruit and veggie paradise. Look at the quality of this stuff, and it's got prices on everything. 25 pesos a kilo for cabbage, rábano, radishes, peppers. Everything has prices. You're not going to get price gouged here at this spot. Jicama, only 19 pesos a kilo. You can also find things like sauerkraut, arugula, things that are hard to find. Camote, elote, sweet potato, corn on the cob. Everything is fresh as fresh can be because they sell so much volume, guys. Look at the freshness. Plátano macho, plátano tabasco. Mango is out of season, so it's expensive, but at least they have it. Watermelon only 25 a kilo. Ginger for days. Turmeric, you've got your curcuma, your turmeric, your ginger, your green beans. Cantaloupe, melon, everything you need there. But also, guys, all the spices, all the dried goods. You've got sauerkraut, you've got cheeses. There's the sauerkraut right here. You've got multiple options. Once again, it's always easier and cheaper, I guess not easier, but cheaper to make your own sauerkraut. So guys, you got all these dried goods, you've got alfalfa seed, you've got everything you could think of. radish seed right here. Maybe you want to start your own garden, grab some radish seed. You get the idea. You've got teas, linden tea, ciruela. So many of you will come here to Playa del Carmen on a health journey, trying to get well, trying to get healthy, and this is the place. Permiso, me encanta tu camisa. SpongeBob. She had a SpongeBob shirt that was really cute. But guys, all the mineral waters, the agua de lluvia, rainwater, guys, they've got literally everything. This is your Disneyland of health foods. Okay, if you're on a wellness journey like many of us who come to Playa, then this is going to be an essential stop. Okay, now you know. It's on 30th as well. Is it the cheapest place in the world? No, but they have everything you could ever ask for on your health and wellness journey, including coffee, guys. I don't want to sell this place short. They've got aceite de coco. So this is the one I use. This is organic, unrefined, still has that rich coconut flavor. Hola, hola, chicos. ¿Qué tal? Permiso. Perdón. Gracias. So guys, you've got the salsas. This is my favorite, Gavia. This is my favorite brand of salsa because it's just no nonsense ingredients. You can see that the ingredients are just all tomate verde, chili, agua, aceite de aguacate, so avocado oil, onion, a little bit of salt and garlic, and a tiny bit of sugar just for sweetness. So guys, I'm gonna hop out of here, but they've got it all. They've got everything you could ever ask for on your healing journey, including this sought after Xyla White toothpaste and the Dr. Bronner's peppermint. They've got the soaps, the entire line of Dr. Bronner's toothpaste. So one-stop shopping for all the health and wellness goods to maintain your health and get well while you're here in Playa del Carmen. Absolutely love this place. Also, guys, about $110 US gets you a nice size Christmas tree this time of year. It's almost Christmas. Hola, hermano. ¿Qué tal? Buen día. I love that smell, guys. When I was a teenager, I worked on Christmas tree farms, seasonally cutting trees, and I will always love the smell of a fresh cut tree. That's where you're gonna get your Christmas tree as well. No more expensive than it would be in the US, and that's been imported, so not a bad deal there. All right, guys, salud to your good health. So guys, right here between 24th and 26th is my barber shop where you can go see Fidel. Tell him Ropey sent you. Fidel is the man. He'll do your collagen packs, your beard, your haircut. But once again, up on 30th, he's a little more expensive, but you get what you pay for, and he's fantastic. So that's between 24th and 26th on 30th. We've got a watch repair shop right there. If you're like me, you like to keep your you like to have one or two really nice watches and maintain them and keep them nice and keep them for life. So that's where you would go right there. They've got the repairs and the sale of watches. Relojeria Gina, really good spot if you need to keep that thing ticking. Really pleasant day today, guys. The weather is getting to be perfect. It is December 5th at the time of filming this. Friday, December 5th in beautiful Playa del Carmen. All right, guys, I'm here at the dentist, and that reminds me of a pro tip with the juice. Ask for it with no sugar. Otherwise, you're gonna have to go in here and get your cavities filled. Let's see how much a regular cleaning is up on 30th Avenue. Vamanos. Te hago una pregunta.
Sí, dígame.
¿Solo cuánto cuesta la limpieza normal?
Ajá, 800 pesos.
800.
Sí.
Okay. Muy amable. Gracias.
Sí,
Okay. So 800 pesos for a teeth cleaning. Now, that seems slightly high for 30th, but it's still a heck of a lot better than 2,200 pesos down in the Zona Fresa, the more rich area near Playa Car or in the center of Playa. You're gonna pay usually 1,800 to 2,400 for a cleaning. Not right there. You're gonna pay $40 US, come out with those pearly whites shining bright. So you can see how the savings really stack up on 30th, guys. We've got a lot of ground to cover still. We're coming up finally on Calle 34 up here, which is the street that would take you down to the Chedraui Selecto on 10th. And we've got the beloved El Fogon right here. Very popular spot later in the day for tacos. Sweating up a storm, guys, but it feels so good to get this morning sun. You got another cycle shop here, a bike shop if you want to get something for the kiddos, kids' bikes. Now we're going to start to get into some more of the apparel and the clothing. You can find most of this stuff, guys, it's going to be fake, right? It's going to be fake Nikes, fake Adidas. But you're also getting a lot of fake stuff on 5th Avenue and paying 3 times as much. So if you're gonna buy like just a cheap pair of sweats, you might as well pay less. It's gonna be fake anyway. I got used to that when I lived in Ecuador, having like the misprinted, misspelled Adidas. Here you've got the Pharmacies Similares, and you're gonna get all the generics right here. If you need a medication but you don't need it to be the actual brand, head into Similares. It's one of the cheapest pharmacies right there in all of Playa del Carmen. Go visit Dr. Simi. He's the little guy with the bigote, the mustache. And guys, I'm not kidding about the juice. If you don't ask for it without sugar, they will put a good amount of sugar in there, and then it will be almost undrinkable. So always no sugar at Nativo. All right, we're coming up on one of my favorite tacos de birria spots. I don't think they're open yet, but if they are, I might have to just have tacos de birria for breakfast. At least 2 of them, maybe 3 or 4. But the reason I love this place, they have the best salsas. It's certainly not the cheapest meal on 30th. But if you want to treat yourself, you can still get out of there for under 100 pesos for like 3 tacos dorados de birria, quesabirrias, which is one of my favorite calorie comeuppances. When I walk this much, you know, I need those calories. And I'm a busy guy lately. For those of you who follow the channel, I just got back from Belize, Isla Mujeres. I'm going to Mexico City tomorrow for 5 days to see the scene over there and eat some good food and enjoy the city. So I need to eat well. And Birria La Treinta was one of my top 3 taco spots in Playa del Carmen 2024. So I'll link that video in the description if you want to see kind of the full breakdown of the tacos over here. Let's see if they're even open yet. Hey, we even have lawyers up here, abogados. One-stop shopping. Oh yeah, they're open right here. Birria La Treinta, right here. That's the spot. So for 26, you can get a taco suave un blandito, or 32, you can get a taco dorado con queso. But I think for the sake of this video, I want to show you guys like a $2.50 lunch. I've had people say like, oh, you're in Playa del Carmen, you're not in Colombia, you're not in Vietnam, you're not in Indonesia, you can't get a $2 lunch or a $3 lunch. Well, wrong. I'm gonna have to show you that. So I'll come back to the birria later, I guess, before I go get on the plane para Chilangolandia. So guys, right next to the Soriana Super, right there's a cerrajeria and a Telcel shop and a pharmacy. That locksmith is one of the best to get really difficult keys made. They're experts over there. And then of course you have the Telcel next door to get a SIM card. If you're looking to start your life here, you're gonna need keys and a SIM card, and those are 2 of my favorite shops right there, especially that locksmith. Cerrajeria de Flores. So guys, if you need to do Western Union for any reason, or you need a different ATM, this one here almost always works no matter what. There's always cash. And then Banco Azteca will work right in front of the Aquí. Will work for Western Union. Just be sure to bring your passport if you want to do that, if you need to do that. Sometimes you run into emergencies when you're traveling, and Western Union seems old, but it is reliable. Also guys, these taco spots right here alongside the Aquí really liven up at night. They're really good spots to go at night. Fantastic quality. I like the third one down right there. Kaylee showed me that spot actually, and it's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So, and then another thing, you might need documents made. A lot of times if you have like a PDF you need to print out, you need to go to these papelerias. And so here you have that on 30th as well. Usually black and white copies will run you 5 pesos. If you're doing something like your permanent residence, or you need a copy of your passport or anything at all like that, you have to hit a papeleria. You have that right there. You've got the money changing spot here as well if you need to change dollars to pesos. You can do it here, or you can do it at the Azteca, which we just showed. And usually you're going to get a better exchange rate at the Azteca, but you're gonna have to wait in line. So if you're trying to change a large amount, you might want to try Azteca, but be ready to wait in line unless you come at a good time of day. Early in the morning, midday on a weekday could work. Otherwise you can just hit the money exchange. If you're just changing like $20 and you don't care about the difference of 30-40 cents on the exchange rate. More fruterias as we go down, and they'll get cheaper as we get farther to the north. Once we cross CTM here, we're in Colosio. So we're leaving Centro, Gonzalo Guerrero, Saucilha, which is where we are now. We're leaving Saucilha, going into Colonia Colosio, La Colosio, where everything is even cheaper. Haircuts go down, everything. And it's really, people are like, well, it must be more dangerous or this or that. Well, during the day, guys, I think it's completely safe up here. Always use common sense with your belongings, your camera, your phone. Keep your stuff tight into your body. Don't be standing right at the edge of the sidewalk when there's motorcycles going by with your phone out in your hand. Because I actually have had people try to reach out and grab my phone, but that was all the way down on Constituyentes in the nice area. So it doesn't matter where you are, you got to keep your phone close into your body. Like if you're standing here at the edge of the street, or say in the bike path, and you've got traffic coming this way, and you have your phone out in your hand here, don't tempt people to reach out and grab it. They might. But other than that, it's completely safe up here during the day. And now you can see you can get hats for 70 pesos. You can get boots, backpacks. Now we're in the land of deep discounts. Let's do this. Look at this, guys. Cafe, cappuccino, 20 pesos. 20 peso cappuccino. And welcome to Colosio. And this, my friends, this is where I'm gonna get lunch. I guess breakfast still. It's still only about 9:30 or 10 in the morning. I've been awake since 6:30, so it seems like lunchtime. But this is the neighborhood where I'm gonna get my lunch, and I think the price is going to absolutely shock you guys. Playa del Carmen's expensive, they said. Well, yes and no. Not if you know where to go. So guys, this is what I'm talking about. An entire chicken, 140 pesos, and that's prepared. That's with rice, that's with a side of beans. 140 pesos. That'll easily feed 2 people, 2 meals, no problem. And if you're like a bodybuilder or someone who consumes a lot of protein, 140 peso chicken is a dream come true. And we're right here between 50th and 52nd in Luis Donaldo Colosio. All right, wow. Son de calidad, ¿verdad? Yes, okay, gracias. So guys, a three pack of socks for 20 pesos, or you can get 9 pair for 50 pesos. That's $2.50 for 9 pairs of socks. Let that sink in a little bit. Are they fake? Are they fake Adidas? Absolutely. But the actual material is thicker than the Pull&Bear socks that I wear holes through constantly. That cost me, 120 pesos for 3 pair or 5. So that giant PepsiCo truck could barely get through here, and that's because they actually leave the trees. This is what I love about this, is the live and let live mentality. You got this gorgeous tree that undoubtedly would have been cut down in most countries, but not here. They're gonna leave that shade right there in the middle of the street. Viva Colosio. Look at these beautiful wood-fired a la leña. Que rico se ve. It's a wood-fired chicken. Que hermoso, ¿eh? 180 el pollo entero. Tiene papas adobadas, frijol, arroz, tortilla. Ok. De vuelta voy a comprar uno. Gracias, jefe. Pollos a la leña luna. Gracias. So guys, you saw how beautiful those were. Those are wood-fired, wood-cooked, like artisanal chickens with potatoes, with rice, with beans, with salsa, with tortillas. 180 pesos. You can tell I'm getting hungry, guys. I'm fading out. All these steps, all the sweating, and I'm just going on coffee. Provecho. Coffee and juice. I need some protein and some fat and some carbs. I need some macros. Sometimes people walk out of shops without even looking up, so just be nimble. That guy almost walked right into me and I just did a little whoop. That's why I do the speed ladder, baby. All right, so we're getting up into the land of barber shops. So before I even eat, I'm gonna show you guys the current going rate for a haircut. I could use a little trim before Mexico City, but I might just have to get it done in Mexico City. We'll see. We're right. Hola chicos, ¿qué tal? PepsiCo for the win. Shareholder right here, baby. All right, so we're just about to cross Colosio, the actual avenue, and then that's considered deep Colosio. Once you cross Colosio. Once you cross CTM, you're in Colosio, but if you cross Colosio, you're in like deep, hola, buen dia, hola. Then you're in deep Colosio. That's where the deep discounts come. So like this pharmacia right here, if you need needles, like insulin needles, for example, if you're diabetic or something like that, you're gonna get them 50% cheaper right here than you will on 10th Avenue. So if you're doing insulin or something like that and you need subcutaneous needles or even intramuscular for like antibiotics, whatever you need it for, they're 50% cheaper there. So you get the picture. You only have to walk 5 blocks off of 5th Avenue, and we're still parallel to 5th Avenue. 5th Avenue runs all the way deep into Nicteja. So it goes on and on and on, but you're always only 5 blocks away from these deals. No matter where you are on 5th Avenue, take a turn to the west, walk 5 blocks, save 50 to 75%. We are now crossing Colosio and still on 30th right here. There's a number of barber shops I've gone to in this area, and they all do a pretty good job. One thing to look out for, you don't want a barber who's like 16, 17 years old to do your beard. How could he possibly know how to trim a beard if he does not yet have one and he has very little experience? So one time I fell asleep in the barber chair, and look at this, guys, we're getting even cheaper and cheaper. Hola, hola. Un pollo entero 140, ¿verdad? Ok, huele bien. ¿Es de a la leña o carbón? Qué rico. Gracias. Ciao. So getting even cheaper, guys, 140 pesos for a whole chicken when you cross Colosio. But yeah, I woke up from a little nap in my barber's chair, and I think he was only 16 years old, and he had my beard completely crooked. I looked like a clown. And so luckily the older guy working there was able to save it, but I was not pleased. So that's the one thing to look out for. Now guys, if you want deals on deals, just north of Colosio, you've got the Mercado Público Municipal. And so we have covered some serious ground to get up here. We got elotes, 5.5 pesos a piece instead of about 20. So elotes son bien frescos, ¿verdad? 5 o 6 pesos. ¿Ya? ¿Y me puede hacer un trato para como 5? ¿En cuánto sale como 5 elotes?
Son 20.
Como 40 pesos más o menos. Es 30. 30. Ok, de vuelta. Creo que voy a llevar unas. Gracias. Muy amable. So guys, elotes, a whole truck. I can get 5. Hola chicos. I can get 5 corn on the cob for $1.50. 30 pesos, guys. 30 pesos for 5 corn on the cob. I'm doing that. Also, so I mentioned the Municipal market there. That's a really good spot, Hola, for meat, for clothing, whatever it may be. And then right after that, you've got typically these fruterias that set up right here on the side street on like 76, 78. So look out for those as well. Con carnitas, everything starts smelling really good. Provecho. Chicharrón. So they've got chicharrón back there. Smells so good. Guys, you can tell I'm a little all over the place because there's deals to point out every which way. You need some chancletas, something like that. Now we're all the way up to 78, guys. I've walked from Benito Juarez all the way up to 78. I'm sure the video is getting a little bit long, but I think it's jam-packed with usable information that you can put to work today right after watching this video, or whenever you get to Playa del Carmen, you can refer to this video and be like, hey, where was that one place? Guys, this is one of the best in the world right here. Carnitas Estilo Michoacán, Santiago. I've done a video here before, but it is some of the best carnitas in the entire world, al estilo Michoacán, right here in Playa. Hola, hermano. ¿Cómo has estado, carnal? ¿Todo bien? Estamos mostrando la 30 Avenida y los tratos y todo. I used to always eat right here, guys. So I wanted to show you that you can still get a meal, a very, very good meal right here. Provecho. So I just want to show you guys, I've eaten here in recent videos. Hola. 55 pesos, guys. Chicken soup, beef soup, 70. Frijol con puerco is always my favorite, 55 pesos. These all come with an agua, come with tortillas. Costilla en adobo, 55 pesos. Bistec a la mexicana, 65 pesos, guys. So you have all these options. Alitas, chicken wings, 60 pesos. And this is up on 88. This is why I said I would come up to 88. Creo que volveré en un momento. Gracias. This is why I said I would come all the way up to 88, was to show you this place. They're humble, they're sweet, smells fantastic, the food is good, and it's dirt cheap. You could see the cheapest meal there, guys, was under $3 US, and that comes with beans, rice, tortillas, and an agua, okay? So you can live very well here in Playa del Carmen on a budget. All you gotta do is come up to 30th Avenue. Now you know. I'm gonna go back and get some carnitas, I think, actually, guys. Just because I've shown both of these in past videos. You can take your, I got a quesadilla de carnitas, 50 pesos, guys, $2.50 for breakfast right here at Carnitas Santiago. So guys, Santiago is hooking me up with this fat quesadilla de carnitas. Wow. Solo 50 pesos to eat very, very well, guys. That's really all you need. Cheese, tortilla hecha a mano, carnitas, un toque de amor, cebolla, cilantro, y yeah. So guys, this is breakfast here, 50 pesos. All these salsas, limes, onion, spicy, a little spicy, not spicy. So plenty of options here at Carnitas Santiago. Love. All right, guys, time to enjoy this quesadilla. First bite magic. I'm gonna wreck this thing and then hop on the Collectivo back into the center of beautiful Playa del Carmen. Thank you guys for joining me. Let's get this first bite magic. Oh, nom nom nom. Nos vemos, hermano. Cuídate. Yeah. All right, guys. Fantastic dining experience. Now it's time to get back into the center, guys. Remember this right here? That's gonna get us on the Collectivo. Let's do this. All right, guys, so to hop on the Collectivo, you're gonna wanna look for one of these blue signs on 30th. I got the coin right there, Collectivo token. We're gonna hop on this one that says Soriana 3030 Final. That's gonna get us all the way down. Maybe I'll sit in the front. Hola, jefe. ¿Puedo sentarme acá? Sí? Okay, gracias. All right. Oops. De aquí? Ah, yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Collectivo time. Gracias, jefe. So guys, remember that pro tip from earlier? I got lucky, but you look for a Collectivo that has the front seat empty and ask to sit in the front. It's a lot more comfy, especially when you have long legs, get a little bit of leg space. It is more entertaining and kind of fun to sit back there, but it's also hard to film without getting people in the shot. So I got lucky. Got the front seat. You pay the driver usually when you get in, 10 pesos, boop boop, and you're on the road. I was joking with the kids, Omar at the high school where I was volunteering, about tuk-tuk races or moto taxi races, but I'd love to do a Collectivo race. Hacemos una carrera contra él. Collectivo race. He says no, but he's laughing. He likes the idea. O mejor moto taxi races. Tuk-tuk. Alright guys, well now you know that winds down the tour, the POV tour of 30th Avenue. I hope you got a ton of value out of this video. I had a lot of fun filming it for you. I got my steps in for the day and it's not even 10:30 in the morning yet. I appreciate each and every one of you coming along. Please remember to refer back to this video when you're in Playa if you're wondering about where to get your SIM card, where to get your haircut, a delicious cochinita or carnitas quesadilla, so on and so forth, a good juice, produce, etc. Anything you need up on 30th Avenue. Let this video be your resource. Until next time guys, smash that like button for me, subscribe if you haven't already. Rope Monster, out. Guys, look at the level of dedication. You can always measure the level. Look, I have a 6-pack of sweat. You can always measure the level of dedication of any YouTuber by how much he's sweating. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you being here. I just looked at my step count for this. We did 5.2 kilometers. So 5.2 kilometers, pretty good way to start the day. And I've never seen quite that level of sweat, I think, in any of my videos here in high season. It's not even that hot, but I'm stepping. I covered that ground quick. Just like that though, thanks to the Collectivo, we're right back down here into my neighborhood, Sasilha, 38. I'm gonna head down to Chedraui, probably pull some cash out of that beloved Banamex above Chedraui Selecto for my Mexico City trip, and I will see you guys in Chilangolandia. We're gonna eat some good food, walk all over Reforma, Polanco, Doctores, La Roma Norte, and just do as much exploring as we can. I'll do a lot of POV videos, just point of view, walking around, showing you guys the current scene in Mexico City. I really do love Mexico City. It's probably my favorite city in the entire world. I also love Athens, as many of you know, but Mexico City, as far as food and just architecture and the people, the culture, it's fantastic, guys. So see you in Chilangolandia. Nos vemos.